Hello, I just had to show you this. Right, this really doesn't bear any sort of resemblance to the last time I saw it. So the last time I was stood here, all of that was a bloody big hole, and there was 20, how many was there? 26? Was it 26? Cable, 630mm singles coming out of there, turning and then up into that panel there. So here, impossible, couldn't have stood there because that was about 6 foot deep. I'll see if I can find some old footage of what it actually looked like. Shows you what them ground workers can do and what's buried beneath your feet. Right, I'll see if I can find some of that as well, because that was just a skid where I'm going to work now. That was definitely in it, because the noise they made when they were putting that together, God. There's pumps inside of here, and then there's some 35mm sprinkler cables and stuff like that that need to be done inside this little kiosk. I've got to get in there this morning. I've just been and got the glands. There's all my gear, so just need to be in there. Alrighty then, we're in. Right, see that mess over there, all the coils? Well, they come in through these ducts. So the idea is we're going to go up into this trunking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with each corresponding earth. Although there can't be a corresponding earth because there's only 4 earths, so 2 of them must not have an earth. My powers of deduction amaze me. So the first job is to uncoil all of that and get it into a position where I can read the labels. Look, you can see the labels are on there. And then I can see about getting up and glanded. Bit of craft to do there, isn't it? Let's have a look at it then. Cue the music. Right then, in this scenario, we have a bit of a problem. This has sort of rolled on itself, and I need to get rid of it, and I need to make it so it runs in the direction I want it to run in. All of this earth wire is in the way. That is a pain, because that cable, it's solid. It doesn't. It's turned on itself sort of twice, and it's locked now. The arm rings are locked together. They don't want to move. So I've got to manoeuvre it in such a way. What I think I'm going to have to do is, where it goes round here, I'm going to have to pull it through, out into here, to get rid of one of the turns, then manipulate it back inside and let it run round to get rid of the other turn, which... But that's some of the things you've got to do, because the cables only want to do what they want to do, and you've got to tell them different. Turns out, had 3 rolls in it, not 2. Anyway, done now. I'm going to be bold enough and say the duct that the earth is pulled in with the cable, because they're all in separate ones, is the earth that goes with the cable. So I reckon what he said, I've got to make them as long as that one, because although there's, I think there's one for that. Is there one for that? What is there? Yeah, there's 6 pieces of equipment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each one's got a supply, but there's a couple that don't have numbers on them. So they need to be tested, but it doesn't stop me glanding them. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to group them all together. I'm just going to go straight up from the duct into the trunking. Now what this will do is it'll space the cables out, 1. It won't pull as much in one point on the flimsy trunking, and it'll give me time when the cable goes through to let it roll back over and get flat. So it won't be all in one bit and a big massive mess, and then so cables can flow past each other when they actually turn into the terminations in the boards that they're going to, particularly that one, because let's say it's that one, where is it, that one furthest to the right comes up, and if they're all bunched together, that one's got to get through up and into that, and it'll be a pain in the ass. I'm hoping that that one is that, which would be great, because then it just goes straight up and in. But we'll see, we'll have a look. I'll get some holes drilled now and get the trunk and lid took off. I'm getting good at this tidying up business. Right, I will apologise. I'm sorry I'm in a state of semi-nudiness. Somebody, well, a couple of people actually asked about other charity shop finds, so I'm going to show you some, but the reason I'm not wearing a t-shirt is because the t-shirt that I'm going to put on I found today, which I thought was quite good. So I'll show you it and then I can put it on and you don't have to look at my hairy body anymore. Oh, before we begin, I've got these. Now they're nothing expensive. I think they're only about 50 quid, but I quite like them, and I've ordered some awesome cool laces to go in them. so I'll be getting better laces in them when I get home, because I think they'll arrive this week. But anyway, onto the t-shirt. So there we go. One, just a plain white t-shirt. It says Fat Moose, and there's the logo. I think it was about £8, but I thought, you know what, as logos go, I quite like that. So that's going on now. There we go. A fat moose wearing a fat moose. I got that one, which has got like studs and stuff on it, and it says Road Night since 1995. At which point I was 16, so I'm not since 1995, unfortunately. I'm since 1979. And I've got this, and I can't hang it up because it weighs about 18 tonne, and my manufactured coat hanger won't handle it. But it's a diesel. Oh, look at that! Isn't that weird? How very strange. But yeah, it is really thick, and I thought if I'm going to go and watch my little lad play football, it's that'll keep me warm. What's that say? Diesel jeanswear, handmade ring spare, 100% authentic. Excellent. Oh, that was £25. I know that's expensive out of the charity shop, but it was diesel, and well, pretty good quality, to be quite honest with you. It is really heavy, and it's proper wool, so that'll keep me warm. And then, I know the lighting's not great, but that's like a quilted jacket. True Religion. And it is brand new. No one's even worn it. And it was £16. And I looked in the, what's it called, on the interweb, and that is, I think, it was 130 or 140 quid. Brand new. And I got it for 16 nicker. Now I can finally go, there you go, look, little logo. I can finally go to a gentleman's club and pretend I smoke cigarettes with one of them big long holder things, and I won't look out of place. And finally I got a Jack Wills. It's sort of like a rucksack thing, but I thought, which I'm going to use it for now, I ain't got a shopping bag when I'm away, so I'll be able to stick my shopping in it and walk back with it over my shoulder, looking totally awesomely cool. And it's got, hang on, see if I can get hold of it, and you can see the lining is all, it's like a waterproof lining, so you could use it as like a beach bag or a bag to go to the pool with, because it's all waterproof. But I'm gonna use it for my shopping. Oh, before I forget, the wife's bought a new cookbook, right? Wait, I'll let that balance. Oh. Right, there. People who say it's cold in this van, must get cold in the van in the winter. Yeah, that's state of me. Red hot. Right, so the wife has got a new cookbook, or as we say in the northeast, a cookbook, right? So we were talking about recipes and things that we want to eat, and it's all healthy stuff. It's all low calorie and yada yada yada. Because obviously as you get old, you've got to look after yourself. You've got to look after yourself when you're young, and it stops you looking like this when you get old. Bear that in mind, young peoples. Anyway, she made flapjacks, granola bars, or whatever they're called now, right? So I'll put the little photograph on here of what the cookbook is, right? And the woman who does it, she's on TikTok, right? So she made them, right? Now these, they are unbelievable. I think I've had like 2, and I'm going to eat this third one. I know I shouldn't, and she went mad at me for doing it. But I think there's honey in them. There's porridge oats. There's Rice Krispies, but there's peanut butter as well. Now I'm not a massive fan of peanut butter, but these just work. Oh, and the salt, like sea salt. So you're like crunching away, and then all of a sudden you just hit like a big lump of sea salt. Oh, lovely. Like salted caramel, what's it called? Chocolate. Outrageous. Remember that? Peanut brittle. It's very similar to that, but a lot better. Oh my god. Yeah. That's a business, that. Anyway, I'm going to go and get wrapped up and I'm going to do some shopping. See you in the morning. Oh, I'll let you know how I got on. I don't know whether you could hear while I was talking, but whether the fan was going, but I've got it to me charging station. I've got like down here, I've got a little inverter that's hooked up to the battery, and I can plug it in and charge the batteries, because I went 3 batteries today. That's 3. Yep, 3 batteries today. Tried them all in the drill, not one was working, fortunately. Big Bird had a battery with 4 in it, 4 lights, so I had to take that off that one and use them. So a little bit laxy, but never mind, we learn, don't we? So I've got one fully charged, one on its way, and then that one's one light brown bread. So that'll be my job tonight when I come back from shopping. Make sure my batteries are charged, and then I will see you in the morning. Bye. Look, there's some of that flavoured water you can get these days. Filthy animals. Right, I feel like I've neglected you a little bit today. I've been doing some not testing, been doing some belling out. So I'll show you. There's all the cables. I've got them all in there. We know what they're called now, we know where they're going. So I've got to pull them across through the trunking and into sort of here, not here, here and here. And then what I'm doing at the moment is I'm putting some links in. So there, look. They link from there to there. So I've got those to link up. Same on that one. So from that block there, you come down, across and up into that side. The mains go into here. No, they don't. That's a complete and utter lie. The mains go into there. So you've got, it's an ATS changeover switch, automatic transfer switch is it called? So you've got one side into that, one side into there, and then the load side out into there, and then the pump is wired into these two. Today, well, this week hasn't started off great. I've got the DB wired. I got the links in, saw them yesterday, into each one, but we're waiting on some pin crimps and they're just not arriving. So I've got a little bit of tidying up to do, and then I'm going to see if I can get a different job somewhere. So with that in mind, I'm off to take my stuff to the next job, which has just been and showed me, and it is an absolute cow. I'm not looking forward to it. It's going to be difficult, I think. I'll show you when we get there, but oh, fiddlesticks, I believe is the word. Right, we're here. Let's have a look. The cables are going into that board, into that trunking. We've got to go through that hole, or one each through each hole, and the run is there. So it's that one and that one, right? So I'm in the process of taking that out. We're going to take this piece of tray out, push the cables into there, bring them back through there, drop them down into that. Now, wait, I'll show you this. I'll have to get a measuring tape. So we've got just over 300 mil to hit the other wall before the turn and drop into that. That's not going to be easy, is it? And then there's two 50 mils, but obviously if the 120 and the 150 go in, 50 mils are going to be relatively easy. I'm not looking forward to that. Oh look, Elon Musk's been in this room. Right, we've done a bit of measuring, and that cable doesn't go, it goes in, hits the wall, and we can't bend it. So what we're having to do now is get sort of that cord out, the whole thing, because there's a 120 to go in there and a 150 to go in there. So we're going to get the whole thing cord out, so we've got space to turn and create a radius to turn the cable, which isn't ideal because I'm still stood around doing nothing. And what I don't want to do, I don't want to put those two 50 mils in case I cut myself off, because that would be an absolute disaster. So I'm a little bit in limbo. I don't know what to do. Right, I thought I couldn't get the 150 in, but I thought, you know what, 120 is a little bit smaller, I'll give it a go. I wish I'd never bothered. This is where I'm at. So that's it there. One on the top, it comes round here, it loops round there, and then goes into that hole. I've got it dropped into there. There's still a significant amount to go, so what I've done is I'm ratcheting it up. Ratcheting? What's that mean? Ratcheting it up on this one, and then I can push it in there, and then I've got the tension taken away on that one, and then that allows me to push it into there, and it'll drop so far. Then I have to reposition that one and start all over again. See if I can get a bit of it. I'm not sure how much of this is going to make sense, but what do I need to do now? I need to push some in that way. Oh no, that didn't move. Uh-oh. What's wrong? Why won't it move? That should have moved. What have I done wrong there? A little bit of this off. That was too much. Right, see what that does. The pin's just come out there. Oh, bloody Nora. My life. Who in the right mind been a cable joint there? Let's repair it a little bit. Right. Oh yeah, a little bit bent there. Meter to go yet. Trying to work out why it's not moving. strap, I might be able to push it that way a bit further. Or I might not. There's absolutely no reason that shouldn't be moving. What's going on? What is going on? After much toing and froing, the cable's gone in. That was a task. Obviously the tray's got to go back in, but yeah, that was a task. We've took a little bit out of there. There was some rebar in it that we needed to chop down, which has took longer than expected, but I'm going to start with the two 50 mils now. They go into the top of that trunking, and then they come through, and then it'll be drill, get this sorted. But I'll show you what's going to happen with that, because there's a cunning plan, as Baldrick used to say. This is me putting the earths away. See if I can stand it up somewhere. Needs supporting. So we're going to do this bit now. Right. 50 mil hole, 40, no, 250 mils, because it's a 50S, isn't it? So 250 mil holes, bump, bump. And then what I've already done there is I've slotted the trunking. I'm going to take the end cap off, gland the cables, lift the trunking up the cables, fix it back onto this, but I'm going to bend that down so it's just it just goes straight on, and then we're going to lift that back up and put a fixing plate in there to hold it in place, and then hopefully I can bend the cables along in the trunking and up into the switch when the switch arrives. The 50 mils are in, as you can see, up in there. There's not a lot of room, so I think I'm quite pleased with myself for getting those in. Now we've got to get them two big boys in, and if I get them, I'll be happy. I've got that one glanded. I want to do that one now, but here's a one. Have a little competition. How many armourings are there? Don't look, don't pause it. See if you can guess. So what you've got to be honest, right? You've got to write in the comment, or you've got to comment how many you think they are, because in a minute I'll be telling you when I've cut them off. So don't be cheating, and see if you can get it somewhere near. I think I've done this before and asked people about it, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll do it in this video. Have a guess. But be honest, because lies make baby Jesus cry. So I hope you played by the rules. You paused the video, went into the comments, made your comment, and now you wait for me to tell you. So there were 40. I thought there'd be a bit more than that. It was 40. I was guessing it was going to be an even number, but yeah, 4-0. So if you got that correct, give yourself a pat on the back, and well done. Unfortunately, that was the easy bit. Now comes the hard part, because I've got to get all the bolts back lined up with the bottom of the panel, and then move those incrementally up and down wherever they need to go. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. So this is what we're looking at. Now I want that to move that way. So I've got an idea, and I'm going to go and see if I can find the stuff to do it now. But it's all back together. The only bits I haven't got in is 2 bolts in there. I want to bend them up, run them across up into the panel, and the switches are getting fitted next week. But that went a lot smoother than what I thought it would, because that was a pure cow. But I'm going to try and pull both of those cables that way now. Watch this space. I'll tell you what is nice. 4 o'clock. Before Christmas it would have been dark. Look at it now. Blue sky. Yes! We're going to survive, you know. We're going to make it through. Just pulled it over using the suction plate. So I've got that pulled over now. I managed to get the piece of wood in. I couldn't get the wood in before. And now I'm going to pull it down over to straighten this bit out.